Cocaine Bear had a chance to be fantastic. Okay, it was a great idea for a movie based off of a interesting real life event where cocaine fell out of an airplane and a bear ate it. Now you take an idea like that, you blow it up with a medium-sized budget, and you have yourself a money-making movie. Or you do what Cocaine Bear did and make this movie. Cocaine Bear essentially is a monster movie without a monster. They sold you the idea of a concept that could have been a bear on cocaine ravaging a forest. Instead, you get a love story. You get some 48-year-old hooligans and a bunch of morons who have no idea what's going on. A family of fools, and we're the fools also. Why are we the fools? Because we thought we were going to see a crazy coked out bear climbing trees, breaking into buildings, and mauling people. All while on cocaine. Let me give you a quick rundown on what Cocaine Bear the movie is actually about. So then we can talk about why we're disappointed later. Cocaine Bear, it's lightly based on a true story where a drug dealer jumping out of an airplane didn't do it well. And instead of popping a parachute, he actually popped all his blood out of his body when he landed on a person's driveway and exploded. Okay? The drugs got scattered all over the woods, and that's what actually happened. Okay? It's kind of a cool story. They did find a bear, and they said, hey, let's take the concepts of something awesome and make it terrible. That's essentially what you get with Cocaine Bear. You get ideas that instead of hatching, died. It's a sad story, really, a story of defeat, a story of broken dreams. So that is the core of the real life story. Cocaine Bear, on the other hand, decided to give us a bunch of slice of life, really lame interactions in sub-stories that have nothing to do with a bear on cocaine. That's why I was so disappointed in what I saw. Instead of a bear ripping off doors and chasing ambulances, I get a bear that pushes over doors and chases ambulances. Those are the actual good parts of the movie. The rest of the movie, however, there's no bear. There's very little cocaine. It's a love story between a park ranger and a tree nerd. It's a gang of hooligans who are 45 years old but are supposed to believe that they're teenagers. There's a couple of drug dealers who are having emotional problems, and Ray Liotta, rip, he killed it. He was the only one that actually acted like there was cocaine in this movie. There were these two kids that took a spoonful of cocaine, shoved it in their mouths, and were completely unaffected. Now you're telling me in Hollywood, all these people working on this movie, not a one of them done the coke before? You know they had to have. Kristen Baker, whoever the producer is, Kristen Bell, Elizabeth Banks, are you kidding? You know she's been around it. But no, these two kids shovel a spoonful of booger sugar into their mouths and are completely unaffected. Meanwhile, this bear has put down enough cocaine to kill Rodney Dangerfield, and it's taking naps. It's taking naps. Now, I tend to be focusing on the bear. It sounds like there's a lot. No, it's the only parts of the movie I remember. So I'm speaking to the only good graces that Cocaine Bear has given me. When the bear shows up, you get the movie you asked for. It's decent enough CGI that it doesn't bother you. The jokes somewhat land because it's the bear involved. And you're happy to see what's happening. The moment the bear's gone, so is your spirit. You become a broken viewer at that point, wishing that Elizabeth Banks cared enough about you to not just get any friend she had made in Hollywood and begged them to be in this shit movie. Well, the problem is when you're paying for your actors and favors, they're going to want screen time. And let me tell you, these sub-stories got way too much screen time. It was a waste of time. I don't even know how long this movie was, but it was too damn long. But hear me out. If you got Amazon and you got 2 hours that you have no respect for, I can say watch it. And here's why. Because anything that can get this big of a reaction is worth experiencing. I went into Cocaine Bear hoping Deep Blue Sea minus Cuba Gooding Jr. was still going to be good. Wait, it's not Cuba Gooding Jr. At the end of the day, Cocaine Bear was just kind of a mess. It was an incohesive idea that never landed its feet on the ground. It tried. It had a good concept. And whoever made the trailer, amen to you. Amen to you. Oh, Holy One. Cocaine Bear isn't that bad of a movie. It failed in a lot of parts, and it won in a couple others. It's worth the time if you enjoy bad-ish movies that could have done well with maybe a better writer, a better producer, or just a completely different studio crew and everybody making the movie. Cocaine Bear was an overboiled egg that you can't peel. Ultimately, Cocaine Bear was an overboiled egg that you couldn't peel. By the time you get the shell off, you're left with nothing but a stale yolk. So do yourself a favor, skip it if it costs you money, and watch it if it's free. So somebody asked me if I would watch Cocaine Bear again. No, I wouldn't. And I could barely recommend people watch it once. Well, looks like my cup's as empty as my soul after watching that movie. So if it's okay with you, Mr. Bear, I'm going to go ahead and give Cocaine Bear 2.5 titties out of 10. It's worth watching if it's free, but do yourself a favor and go watch Rubber. I'll see you guys on the next review. Have a good one, legends. Later. Ain't got no class, ain't got no style.